Eagle Nation, we have breaking news surrounding Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts, and it is not the kind you want to hear either. We will give you all the details and break down what this means both in the short term and the long term as well. What is going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome into A to Z Philly, your number one home for Eagles coverage. Be sure to hit the like button on this video and subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming content. We just have to jump right into this. I was on the way home, literally on the highway, and I get a buzz on my phone, and I look for a second, and I see injury, Jalen Hurts, and I'm like, no, it can't be. It cannot be. But indeed it is. Indeed it is. So here is the breaking news update coming from Eagles reporter Jeff McLean. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts has suffered a shoulder sprain during the Chicago Bears game yesterday that could sideline him for the next 2 games, NFL source told the Inquirer. And, instantly there's good and there's bad. Okay, so we are going to start with kind of in between, but more so the good. The good is that, as you can see, he might only be sidelined for the next 2 games. He might be only sidelined for 1 game. He could potentially play Saturday, but they are ruling him as doubtful. And Jeff McLean continues. He says the injury to Jalen Hurts is on his left non-throwing shoulder. So again, that's another good piece of news right there. It's not his throwing shoulder. If it was, I would be severely more concerned, especially given the point we are at in this season. Honestly, I'm not going to try to lie here. It almost feels like deja vu, right? From the Carson Wentz injury, we're 13, 14 games into the season, and then we get this. But thankfully, it sounds like Jalen Hurts will be okay. And John Clark reports that a source confirms that this is the play where Jalen Hurts actually sustained the injury yesterday. If you remember, he kind of got landed on, and then he got back up, and he grabbed his shoulder a little bit. He looked like he was a little bit out of it for about a second or two. Mailata was asked about that play as well, and a couple other linemen, but Hurts seemed to be fine. He was even in good spirits after the game, but you could see it on his face when he got hit on this play. He got right up and just kind of looked dazed for a second, and you knew something was up, but you did not think it was going to be an injury. He actually ended up getting x-rays, they said, after the game, and this is the status of him right now. Dave Zangaro puts up Jalen Hurts' stats. By the way, in the fourth quarter on the sprained shoulder on his left non-throwing shoulder, 6 for 9, 102 yards. You know he was in some pain. He had that 68-yard pass to A.J. Brown, 6 runs, 9 yards, and a touchdown. So for all the people out there that say, oh, well, any other quarterback could do this. Well, how about a quarterback injured coming out here and playing like this to help go win a game and put in a crucial possession? You can't really say much more about him. But in terms of this Jalen Hurts injury, man, like I said, the optimistic side of it is that, he should hopefully be okay. You look at the Eagles' schedule coming up, and they have 3 more games to go. And now that Dallas Cowboys loss yesterday to the Jacksonville Jaguars is so extremely huge because the Eagles currently lead by 3 games. And for Dallas to even have a shot, they would have to win out. The Eagles would have to lose out. Now they have a little bit more cushion to try to play with. The Eagles play Dallas in Dallas on Saturday night. And that game is kind of just, all the excitement has just went all the way down the drain. But it does appear that Gardner Minshew might actually end up starting this game. I mean, I would think so, right? I don't think the Eagles are going to end up playing Jalen Hurts. As Adam Schefter here says, there's a real chance Gardner Minshew could start Saturday versus the Cowboys. He actually started against them last year in the last week of the season when nothing mattered. But, here's the Eagles' schedule. You look at Dallas, then you have New Orleans, New York. All the Eagles have to do is win 1 game, and they clinch the number 1 seed. We talked about this yesterday on the postgame show. It is so vital to this team's success in the playoffs. Obviously, even more so now that you try to get that extra week of rest so that maybe Jalen Hurts can rehab more and be ready to go come playoff time. We cannot have any injuries or anything bothering Jalen Hurts by the time we get to the playoffs. So what I'm hoping is that the Philadelphia Eagles can pull off maybe Saturday night, and if not, against the New Orleans Saints, so that they can rest Jalen Hurts for a good 2 weeks and get him in position to go. But there has been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of controversy going on, especially the last 24 hours here, about the Eagles strategy. And, we talked about this on the postgame show in terms of coming out and trying to launch it down the field every play and really just putting your quarterback in that position to get hit a lot by throwing a lot. and the Eagles were not really, using their run game effectively, and that is going to be a cause for concern. It is with all the running quarterbacks in the league, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, now, Justin Fields battling multiple injuries. So, it's definitely a question of theory, right, in terms of what the Eagles should do going forward, if they should design a lot of runs for Jalen Hurts, how they should play him. Part of me wants to say it's kind of in his DNA. You have to let the guy go, but I do think he can also be smarter at times and try to limit some of those hits. But yeah, this does suck. This definitely does suck. On the negative side and the downside here is that now the Eagles might get out of their flow a little bit, right? They're 13-1, they're grooving. I mean, nobody can stop this team. Even yesterday, we had a really bad game, not really characteristic turnovers for this team, and we still go out and win the game. And now you kind of mess with that flow a little bit. And will Jalen Hurts have any pain in his non-throwing shoulder? Will he decide not to run on certain plays? Maybe he sees an open field and doesn't want to risk it if he is still in pain going forward in the future. I don't know what anybody said. This is just off the top of the head, but I am going to try to lean on the optimistic side here. It's not a season-ending injury. It's, nothing's broken. So I feel good in that manner. Jalen Hurts actually had an ankle injury last year, and he's played tremendously since he came back, and he was just fine. Obviously took us to the playoffs, and things were okay. But this does suck. This does suck for Philadelphia Eagles fans. We just have to hope and pray that Jalen Hurts is okay. And thankfully, the Dallas Cowboys gave us a little more leeway to still try to clinch this. At this point, the most important thing is clinching the division and getting that 1 seed. You have to get that 1 seed, so you get that bye, you get an extra week for Jalen Hurts, and you get that home field advantage, so everything comes through the link. But those are just the thoughts off the top of the head. Jalen Hurts doubtful to play versus Dallas. I'll tell you right now, in my personal opinion, no sources or anything, as you can see and kind of read into, he's not playing Saturday. So that game is kind of out the window. Can the Eagles win one of the last 3, get the number 1 seed and lock it up and give him more time to heal? And will he be okay in the long term? That is the most vital thing here. We will break it more down as we go throughout the week, but give me your thoughts down below in the comment section. Are you worried at all? What is your level of worry from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most? Give me your thoughts. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit that like button and subscribe to A to Z Philly on YouTube, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.